Sir, we're in the month of June. It is not Pride Month. It is not, I repeat, Pride Month. I consider the month of June as appreciation of the American veterans who served in our military and gave their lives and served their country. These stinking queers, lesbians, and transgenders belong in a hole 6 by 3. Every one of them. The only exception is those who actually realize the sinfulness of their lifestyle. They're queer, they're lesbians, they're transgenders because they choose to be. Not one of them was born homosexual, lesbian, or transgender. They decided on their own free will to become one of those parasites. And I reflect on the language because the fact of it is, this is exactly how I feel about them. They are a destructive force, just as there was in Sodom and Gomorrah. They pervert the entire nation. They're bringing God's wrath on the entire nation. And I think the only good one is one that's dead. I'm sorry if you don't like my understanding of these things, but the bottom line is they're nothing but a bunch of panty waste. They don't deserve to be in our society. They don't deserve any special treatment. They don't deserve and to be noticed whatsoever. You know, when they have their gay pride events and stuff like that, people need to avoid them. You know who actually lifts them up? The news media, because it makes the news story. And that's all they're all about is making big money off of tragic events like this. They're living in a lifestyle that takes them to the devil's hell. They do it not only willingly but joyfully. They appear to have a happiness about it when they're living in filth and just ungodly lifestyles. And inside, they're not happy. They're not content with themselves because they know are living a lifestyle that's perverted. Folks, if you don't stand up today and take a stand, there's a lot of things going to destroy the world. And I'm speaking especially for my country. We need to get the Islamics out of this country. Their goal is to Islamicize America. They want to get rid of pork. Then they want to get rid of these other things that we have in the nation. They'll want to get rid of certain medicines. They'll want to get rid of this and that. They'll get rid of retirement funds. They'll get rid of women going beyond beyond the third grade in school. You know, hey, we have our own society. We don't need these Muslims coming here telling us how they want us to live. If they don't like the way we live, get out of my country. That's as simple as that. You know, if you're a Muslim, get out of my country. I don't want you here. But I feel the same way about the Hispanics coming across the southern border. You know, you go into a hospital or a restaurant and all they're doing is babble in those foreign languages and you don't know what they're saying. You know, I go to a hospital. I quit going there because the fact of it is there's so many foreigners working at that hospital that you can't even understand them when you get called into a room to get examined. You don't know what they're saying. They speak broken English and not enough of it to even for you to understand, and they don't understand you. So let's get them out of our country. Make that a prerequisite. If you come to America, first thing, you speak English fluently. You understand English fluently. You observe the Constitution of the United States. You will let all of your past, previous lifestyles behind you. You don't come here and worship Allah. We worship God in America, not Allah. God is real. Allah is a creation of men. Well, actually, Allah is a creation of Satan. So I'm going to warn you, Muslims. We're tired of your crap. We're not going to take it any longer. And don't come here trying to threaten my nation. because we're going to come after you. And if you don't think that we mean business, just step on our toes a little bit more. That goes for the Democrats in this country. We're tired of your baloney. Most of you are nothing but low-life communists and traitors. You don't love America. You don't love the Constitution. You don't love the Bill of Rights. You want control over people. It's time that you lose your control. And I think that we need to renew the war between the states. We need to get the rebel flag flying in America and give some competitiveness to the stars and stripes, because the bottom line, we don't have the stars and stripes anymore. We don't have the freedoms we had. Politicians took a lot of our freedoms away, and most of those politicians are Democrats and some Republicans who should call themselves Democrats. When you got somebody like Mandani in New York, Gavin Newsom in California, Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania, you got nothing but treason, traitors, and hateful Americans. They hate every bit about your freedom. They want to take everything you have so that they can spend your money their way. And Shapiro is one of the ringleaders. I think Shapiro needs to be step out in front of a train or whatever. It don't matter. I mean, Shapiro and his protege are nothing but garbage. So is Gavin Newsom and his proteges, and so is Omar Jeffries. Every one of them. Every one of them. They're all treasonous. And too many people have been taught by public education that we need to obey the government. No, no, no. We only obey the government when they obey the Constitution. Other than that, the government is our enemy. And it's about time people wake up and show them that we're not going to take no more of their baloney. They might kill me for standing up for the Constitution, but I'm going to take as many of them down as I can before I die. If they're going to disobey the Constitution and my Bill of Rights, then they're on the fighting side of me. And if you don't love this country, like Merle Haggard's song was, leave it. You're not welcome here. Gavin Newsom, you and your government, they're not welcome here. Josh Shapiro, you and your government is not welcome here. Mandani, you are not welcome here. Get out. Get out while you still can, because we're going to come for you one at a time. We're going to come for you. And when we come for you, you're not going to like the outcome. People, we need to stand up for this country and fight for freedom. The South should have won the war, but the North, with their overwhelming military, their overwhelming amounts of money, they stole from the Confederates everything, their gold, their wealth, their women, everything. And the country is paying for it now because the Democrats in this country have done nothing but destroy, destroy, destroy. Hollywood has done nothing but destroy, destroy, destroy. It's time we revolt against this government. It's time that we take action. And words don't count unless you prove yourself. We need to stop the tyranny. That means we got to get the Muslims, the people from across the border out of here, the Muslims out of here. We need to get the foreigners from Quebec and places like that out of here. They don't respect our Constitution. And we got to get everybody here out of here that's French born, because the French don't understand the truth of freedom. When World War II was here and we liberated France, they don't remember that. They don't remember the tyranny of the Nazis. Right now, we have the tyranny right now of England with a government that's controlled by Muslims. You want to see tyranny? Islam. Islam is tyranny. Islam is death. Islam is torture to every nation that it comes into. stand up people and get rid of these Islamics. Every one of them. They all mean hatred toward freedom. Have a great day, folks, and wake up. This is your freedom call. There's not much time left in this world before the Antichrist takes over. And the government is following the blueprint put out by the Antichrist. AI, data centers, all of this technology is all part of the Antichrist. Will you be involved with the Antichrist, or will you be involved with the Christ? The choice is yours.